Hello everybody, it's Zach here from RealEstateLicenseWizard.com. How's it going today? Hopefully pretty well. Today we're going over another one of our practice real estate exam questions. If you're new here, we post a new question every Monday through Friday. If you guys have been following along since the beginning, we're on question 143. Keep up the great work. If you have any questions you want me to cover, comment the question down below or send us an email with the question. Of course, if you want to try these exam questions out yourself, as well as tons of others, go ahead and check out our website, RealEstateLicenseWizard.com. Now, this series is amazing for anyone preparing for the real estate exam, so make sure to click that like button and subscribe. That way you're fully prepared come exam day. Anyways, guys, let's just jump right into it. So today's question has to deal with appraisers. That's right, appraisers. All right, it's a short one, but let's check it out. Usually, the appraiser is hired by and it gives us four options. A, the buyer, B, the seller, C, the lender, or D, the real estate agent. So as always, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to pause here, think it over, and come up with your answer. So go ahead and do that right now. Alrighty, so hopefully you guys came up with your answer on this one. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer for this one's going to be C, the lender. That's right, the lender. All right, did you guys get that one right? I have a feeling some of you guys missed that one. So usually the lender or financing organization will hire the appraiser. Technically, the seller pays for the appraiser since it comes out of the final sales price. However, the hiring aspect is almost always done by the lender. That's right. So it's a trick question. It's one of these trick questions because you might be sitting there thinking, well, wait a minute. Since the seller pays for the appraiser, doesn't that mean that they hire the appraiser? No, that's not what it means. Those are two different things. Hiring and paying are two different things. You might also be sitting there and thinking, well, doesn't the buyer technically, hire the appraiser since, they're trying to get their mortgage and maybe, the NFHA appraiser comes in, all that stuff? Well, no, that's not the case either. Again, the appraiser is hired by the lender or financing organization. So why is that? Here's a question for bonus points. Why do you guys think the appraiser is hired by the lender or financing organization? Think about that for a second. Well, if you guys got this right, hopefully you got the follow-up question right too. Basically, the lender or financing organization hires the appraiser to limit any, let's call it fraud or suspicious activity that a buyer or seller could do with the appraiser. So what does that mean? Well, think about it. Let's just say a seller knows an appraiser and they're like, hey, I want you to come in, appraise the house and appraise it way better, than it actually is. And then the lender has to use that information to, finance and come up with a loan. Well, that would really be suspicious and could result in some, questionable activity, as they say. So in order to limit that, to make it a neutral third party, the appraiser is the one that hires the lender is the one that hires the appraiser. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, obviously there is an exception. So like right now, if you own a home and you're not even selling a home, you could get your house appraised. You could totally do it. But you know what's going to happen is the lender is going to come in. If you did decide, let's just say you appraise your house like tomorrow and a lender comes in, a month later, you have someone that wants to buy the house and a lender comes in, they're not going to use that appraisal. They're going to need a new appraisal, a new appraiser to come in, which will be hired again from the lender or financing organization, provide that information, provide it, and make sure that it's from a third-party source, and then they could come in and establish the loan, mortgage, all that good stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. I know it's a mouthful, and I know this is like a trick question, but again, I see people get this mixed up all the time. So I'll say it one last time. Usually, the appraiser is hired by the lender or financing organization. See, even I messed it up a little bit. So again, usually the appraiser is hired by the lender or financing organization. All right, so hopefully you guys learned something. Again, I know that was a little bit of a tricky one. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them, all that good stuff. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Zach from RealEstateLicenseWizard.com. Make today magical.